Hello, everyone. Welcome to the College of Arts and Sciences end of year celebration. As all of you know, hopefully, I'm John Kiss. I'm the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. And this is also we're doing this in this exciting webinar format. So we're very pleased to be doing that. Before I start the program, whenever I have a group of faculty gathered, um, I want to offer my thanks. I think our faculty, our students and staff have done really well. I don't know how long in this past year and a half, this pandemic mode. Um, if some of you may have been at the Senate yesterday and the Chancellor and the Provost expressed their thanks. So I just want to add that to the College of Arts and Science faculty, staff, and students, because I think we've done really well. If you read the Chronicle of Higher Education, you'll see that a lot of schools have had a lot of problems. And to me, a lot of it has been about communication. We've had good communication between the faculty and the administration. And I know faculty have been working really hard, and they had to rapidly go into the Zoom mode, and we've learned lots of things, but it hasn't, it's been tough, and I really appreciate all the efforts of everyone, and I feel very proud to be leader of our unit, which is the largest unit, and I think we've done a good job. So, Elizabeth, you could do your first applause now. Do we have that? Okay. Thank you. So today, I have the honor and pleasure of introducing our fine colleagues who, over the course of this past year, have made some very remarkable contributions to teaching, advising, research service, and more. Although we're doing this Zoom webinar, I really look forward to the day sooner than later when we hold this event in person again. It's one of my favorite events in the college calendar. But I thank you for joining us today, and I hope you enjoy the program as we've put it together. So I just want to remind you of last year's honorees. We had a virtual, well, no, we didn't have, we just posted things on our website. So we're doing the virtual celebration this year. So Elizabeth, if you could just show all their names for these various awards and just take a moment to have a look at that. So congratulations to last year's honorees. You could visit our website to read more about why they received these awards. And I invite you to congratulate these fine people personally if you haven't done so already. Okay, so now we honor our retirees, and it's always kind of fun to calculate the collective wisdom we have here. So this year we have 12 individuals retiring from the College of Arts and Sciences, and collectively they have 303 years of service, which is really amazing. So all of our retirees will receive a plaque acknowledging their years of service. Several of our retirees will receive the Order of the Longleaf Pine from the governor. These are in process. As all of you know, I think it's such a great honor. It's a beautiful certificate. And as a botanist, I really like the drawings of the longleaf pine. This Order of the Longleaf Pine acknowledges 30 years of service to our state. One of our retirees, Dr. Bob Stavin in biology, he will receive the Richard Caswell Award, which acknowledges state employees with 45 years or more of dedicated service. Some of our retirees were unable to attend today, but I do want to acknowledge their commitment to UNCG. So these were Roy Stein, GES, 26 years, Laura Chesick, LLC, 29 years, uh, William Gerace, Physics, 13 years, and Steve Kroll Smith, Sociology, 20 years. So let's give them our virtual round of applause, Elizabeth. Okay. So now we're switching to this gallery view because we will celebrate the retirees who are able to join us today, and we're very pleased. And we've asked our colleagues to share a few remarks. So let me start. We'll go alphabetical by department. So Malcolm Shug, who's the head of the biology department, will honor Ann Barry Summers and Robert Stavin. Both Ann and Bob have been nominated for the Order of the Longleaf Pine Award. And Bob, as I mentioned, will be receiving this Caswell Award. So Malcolm, please go ahead.
Okay, well, it is a great pleasure for me to celebrate the retirement of Bob Stavin and Ann Summers. I'll start with Bob. Bob, so I've been here a long time, and Bob actually more than doubles my time of service here at 45 years. He saw the construction of the Eberhardt building and moved his office into the Eberhardt building, and then saw the construction of the Sullivan building and moved his office into there. And then he oversaw saw the construction of the nursing instructional building and promptly announced his retirement, I suspect because he wanted to avoid another move of his office. So during his time at UNCG, he taught many courses in ecology and related fields. Probably the most popular course he taught was in marine biology that originally was taught occasionally and then later was taught every year, and then more recently every semester. It involved a field trip to the coast, and it filled almost immediately and often had a waiting list. And so he had an enormous positive impact on literally thousands of students while he was at UNCG. He also maintained a really strong research record during his career, where he published regularly and continues to publish regularly in peer-reviewed journals. He'll be an emeritus professor, and his plans are to move to Louisiana near the Naval Research Institute, where he's performed much of his research for many, many years. I'll also tell you that Bob is known for his skills in Cajun and Zydeco dancing. So much so that a few years ago, he was asked by a Creole gentleman to dance with his wife. And that was one of his prouder moments. It's thus very fitting that he plans to dance his way into retirement in Zydeco country. Okay, so Ann Summers. Ann has been a lecturer since 1989, and she is a senior lecturer since 2016. Ann has served UNCG as a very powerful and passionate advocate of environmental and conservation education. The list of accomplishments she's achieved in her career would take very long to recite. Her workload was to teach 4 courses a semester. She was an incredibly popular instructor who infused environmental awareness and stewardship into all of her courses. She also had a highly productive research career, publishing at least 30 articles in peer-reviewed journals. She taught a popular course in sea turtles in Costa Rica and another one in coral reefs in Little Cayman Island. She received at least 17 prestigious awards related to her work in environmental issues and herpetology and teaching. She was the founder and recently the first female inducted into the North Carolina Herpetological Society in the Hall of Fame. She was she is very famous for her work on box turtles and is chair of the Box Turtle Collaborative. In 2019, she won the Governor's Award for Public Service and 3 additional awards in the same year. And she retired in December and is an emeritus senior lecturer. And I'm certain we will see her on campus continuing the work here at UNCG in the coming years. So congratulations, Bob and Ann. I'm really proud of you and proud to be a colleague.
Thank you for your long and fine service, both Bob and Ann. And Elizabeth, could we do the applause thing here?
Not while I'm not screen sharing.
Oh,
Sorry.
all right, so I have to do this, okay. All right, thank you very much, Malcolm. So next, now we go to computer science. So our department head, Jing Deng, will honor Nancy Green. Jing, please go ahead.
Good afternoon. We are here to celebrate some of the finest retirees. One of these is our special Nancy Green. Dr. Green, or Nancy, joined the department actually before the department became a department itself in the last millennium. Well, it's true for most of the retirees, but she joined in 1999. So I just want to put it out there. And she and a few other faculty members brought me in or hired me. So I still remember the lunch we had out on Tate Street, and look forward to more similar lunches out there when Nancy has a chance to join us back from time to time. Nancy's research area has been on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and recently on artificial intelligence or AI ethics. And once she told us that she has seen about 7 cycles of ups and downs, or booms and busts of machine learning or artificial intelligence. So it looks like Nancy is trying to going out with a boom when machine learning or artificial intelligence is going so strong these days, and instead of waiting for a bust, but we are not sure when a new bust will be here. The department will miss Nancy a lot for her service and excellent research, and with her interest in AI ethics, which is really interesting and exciting these days with the growth of AI. We look forward to any chance of having her helping us with more teaching, if possible, with the department. We look forward to that, and lunch and coffee. So congratulations, Nancy. We'll miss you, and have fun with the exciting next chapter.
Thank you very much for your fine service, Nancy.
Thank you.
So now we go to communication studies. Roy Schwartzman will honor Jody Natali. Jody, I note, has also been nominated for the Order of the Longleaf Pine from the governor's office.
Yeah, I think it's easy to talk about Jody as a professor and look at her accomplishments, but I want to say a few words about Jody as more than just another co-member of the faculty. For 27 years, long before I joined the faculty at UNCG, Jody Natali and I had been colleagues, beginning with our service in the Carolinas Communication Association over the years. And in fact, my high regard for Jody played a major role in my decision to join the Communication Studies Department at UNCG 15 years ago. Throughout her career, Jody Natali has modeled the integrity and high academic standards that have enabled the department and the university to achieve national recognition for excellence. Jody was one of only 2 tenured faculty in the department when I joined it, and she has played a foundational role in solidifying the stellar reputation our department has for student mentoring. As a scholar, Jody has done pioneering work on bringing scholarly attention to the rhetorical role of first ladies. And Jody, you are the first lady of communication studies for us. She's amplified the contributions of feminist-inspired thought to rhetoric and public address. Jody instigated the first regular international programs in the department. And in recent years, she worked to internationalize the curriculum by implementing programs in intercultural awareness that actually have spread far beyond the communication studies department. This training now constitutes a permanent part of our graduate instructor training. Although Jody leaves a notable mark on the university, the department, and the field, she does not truly leave. Jody's impact will resonate long into the future. The ongoing achievements of her many students testify to Jody's ability to awaken their power to realize their potential. Jody, we will miss you, and we will continue to learn from your legacy.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your service, Jody.
You're welcome.
Okay, now we move to our Department of Interior Architecture, and Lucinda Havenhand will honor Anna Marshall Baker. So please go ahead, Lucinda.
Oops. Sorry, I just turned myself off. Hi, everybody. Interior Architecture would like to celebrate and thank Dr. Anna Marshall Baker, retiring this year after 20 plus years of service to our department. Coincidentally, I was on the search committee that hired Anna 20 years ago. I had started my first tenure track job here at UNCG in the same department. And I remember really well, very, very well, how excited we were that we were getting her to come to our program and bringing with it her experience from Virginia Tech and also from her professional experience, which was really great. So I just remember the excitement we had about getting Anna Marshall Baker to come work at UNCG. So I left a year after that, I think. Excuse me. She stayed, and she literally dedicated her entire academic career to making our department the best it could be. So when I arrived back 20 years later, at her invitation to apply for the job, I might add, which I'm not sure if I'm thanking her for that yet, I could see clearly what she had accomplished here in the 10 years she was department chair, but also as undergraduate director before that. She helped orchestrate our move to the state-of-the-art building at Gatewood. And if you had ever been in Stone Building before they renovated it, you know it wasn't that great. She created our materials library. She supported the development of our computer-aided making facilities. She infused her own focus on commitment to sustainability and community engagement into our curriculum. She facilitated the development of our Center for Community Engaged Design. She expanded our broad opportunities and led numerous trips herself. She had to have gone through at least 3 accreditation reviews with our accreditation body. And for that alone, I think she should get a medal because there are just miserable things to do. Sorry. She oversaw the hiring of the new and wonderful faculty that now make up our program. And in general, she just advocated ferociously for our students and faculty during good times and bad throughout her career here. And most importantly, I think, is that she guided our department through the breakup of the College of Human Environmental Science and moved it safely and wisely, I think, into the College of Arts and Sciences, a location that I think really best supports and nurtures our own visions and values. So in many, many ways, Anna did the groundwork that makes my job easier today. You know, if we didn't have a pandemic or budget or, you know, any of those things. However, but the strong and vibrant and highly respected program that we have today owes much to her. So thank you, Anna Marshall Baker. You are already missed, but I know you have your camper ready to go and your bike and your kayaks. So we wish you the very best for this well-deserved next adventure.
Thank you very much for your fine service, Anna. Okay, now we're going to go to our Department of Languages, Literatures, and Cultures. Roberto Campo will honor Jacqueline Daughton.
Good afternoon, everyone. So as you have heard, I have the pleasure and honor of presiding over the celebration of the career of Jacqueline Daughton. So Jackie is in fact, or has been at UNCG for over 30 years. Now this started just about the time I arrived here, I think, at UNCG. So when she was pursuing her master's degree in the Spanish program here. She completed that degree in 1991. And then she returned here for a while, starting in 1994, at that time as a Spanish faculty lecturer. And she did as well. She was promoted to the full-time lecture position in 1999. And ultimately, she earned a place as a senior lecturer in our department, and that she gained in 2013. So Jackie leaves us after a career with many, many important accomplishments, way too many to list for you this afternoon, but I can just highlight a few. In 2003 to 2009, she was coordinator, for example, of our intermediate level Spanish basic language program. Starting in fall 2004 and continuing up to this very day, she has been coordinator of the modified Spanish program that we have for our basic language levels. And that particular program targets students with special needs or students who just need special accommodations when it comes to learning other languages. The modified Spanish program currently offers about 4 to 5 classes per semester, totaling roughly 100 students in the program, again, each semester. So in fact, thanks to her outstanding leadership, LLC's modified Spanish program became the model of the department's French modified program. And of course, through presentations on that program at professional meetings at venues like FLANC, that's the Foreign Language Association of North Carolina, and the Lily South Conference, Jackie has made it a touchstone of similar programs, similar modified programs at universities across the state and well beyond. In addition to all of that, she was very active in professional service in the department, in the college, and the university as a whole. As I just noted, in terms of service and contributions, she was very active in giving presentations at the 2 conferences that I mentioned there, again, on the modified program primarily. She's also been a member of the North Carolina Military Panel on College Credit and the evaluation of military experience, and she's been doing that since 2016. In addition, she served in the department context in LLC's advisory committee, and she also represented the non-tenured faculty at the monthly meetings of our tenured track faculty, and that all by itself should earn a medal. In addition to that, I mentioned that she was a member of UNCG Academic Policies Committee for some time. She has been very active as well in the ORS Scholarship Committee and the ORS Program Review Committee. And I can even mention, and again, this is a medal worth bestowing today, she was a faculty senator representative, and that she did from 2016 to 2017. And of course, I could go on, she did a whole lot more there. Always, of course, with a record of outstanding teaching. Jackie has been recognized as being particularly contributing again to the ORS initiatives that we've mentioned, again, in context with her expertise in modified instruction. That alone gained her a mention, a highlight in the faculty spotlight section of the ORS publication, The Voice. And I should mention, she also received LLC's 2019 Above and Beyond Award, and that is bestowed for exceptional teaching and service by non-tenured faculty to the Department of Languages, Literatures, and Cultures. So Jackie, if I may, thank you so much for so many years of outstanding teaching, service, and collegiality, and of course, for the friendship you have shared with me and so many members of our department. We wish you the very best in your retirement. Please enjoy your wonderful family and this long-awaited opportunity to give yourself fully to your lifelong passion for equestrianism
Yes. Thank you so much. It's just been wonderful.
Thanks.
Best years of my life. Thank you.
And it's been an honor to work with you through these many years. Thank you so much. And very
Thank you.
many happy trails, Jackie.
Good. Yeah, I hope so. Thank you.
Thank you for your service, Jackie.
Thank you.
Okay, we move to our Department of Philosophy, and Heather Gert will honor Michael Zimmerman. I note Michael has been nominated for the Order of the Longleaf Pine Award from the governor. Heather, please.
All right. Well, Michael has been with the philosophy department at UNCG since 1988, and his contributions to philosophical thought, particularly in ethics and action theory, have been and continue to be tremendous. He has, as he retires, at least 78 articles, 2 anthologies, and 7 monographs to his credit, with an 8th monograph, Ignorance and Moral Responsibility, on the way, that is under review with the publisher. Michael's writings are striking for their precision. He has a clarity of mind to see all the details of every step along the way. And unlike some writers, he patiently and precisely takes his readers through every one until it's difficult to see how any other position could possibly be right. Difficult, but not always entirely impossible. It's commonly said that those who can't do teach, which might make you think that those who can do can't teach. But as Michael might note, that doesn't actually follow. Michael is an extraordinary teacher of philosophical writing. Although he's probably the most demanding instructor in our department, he's demanding in a way that fosters respect rather than resentment. When he requires students to write and rewrite essays, as he generally does, he's with them every step of the way, providing the kind of detailed comments from which they actually learn. He helps them see what they need to do to make the next version better and demands that they do it. I cannot tell you how often, when I've complimented a student's writing, they've told me that Dr. Zimmerman taught them how to write. He's also been a terrific colleague. Michael has, of course, spent time on and chairing numerous committees, but what's remarkable is his philosophical enthusiasm and how generous he's been with his considerable talents. He's fun to talk with, partly because he's got a good, sharp wit, but also because he takes philosophical discussion seriously and will generously help you find all the holes in your arguments so you can fix them before you send the paper off. Even though Michael is leaving the department, I know that these conversations will continue, thank goodness. So thank you very much, Michael. We will certainly miss having you around, but I hope we will not miss too much those conversations because they will continue.
And thank you, Michael, for your service. We appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we have our Department of Political Science. Greg McAvoy will honor Ken Clace. Greg, please go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I have the pleasure of recognizing Ken Clace. Ken came to UNCG 20 years ago. He arrived at UNCG from a faculty position at West Virginia University and came here to serve as our MPA director. And he continued a long tradition of effective leadership of the MPA program during his 10 years as director, advising and mentoring somewhere around 50 plus students a year. He came back to the faculty after stepping down as director and continued teaching and research in his areas of interest, which are budgeting and public personnel management. And he's the author of dozens of articles and book chapters in the fields of financial resource management and state budgeting. I did look back at his Vita and I was wondering where the article was on how to get faculty raises during tight budgets. I think that was a missed opportunity. With his expertise, if he had gotten that published, his citation index would have gone through the roof. In the classroom, he has taught classes on budgeting, personnel management, nonprofit management, and I just wanted to take a moment to recognize his budgeting course. It is a course that students are, to say the least, very apprehensive about, because many of them are not, that don't think of themselves as quantitatively oriented. But we have our students do a reflective paper as they finish the program. And this is probably the budgeting course is probably the course that they talk the most about as having the biggest impact on their jobs as well as their careers. And so it was 20 years of hard work on Ken's part to get students to recognize the importance of that particular topic. He took his expertise in budgeting and measurement and applied them to the department's outcome assessment. And he and Ruth Hogue won a Student Learning Enhancement Award a couple of years ago in 2019. And that involved, and Ken did an extensive amount of work figuring out effective ways to measure student learning in the MPA program. Ken has also made important contributions to the university while he was MPA director. He had important leadership roles in the graduate school, serving as the chair of the Graduate Studies Committee and working on the college and university budget committee as well. And interestingly and importantly, he's also well known in the Greensboro community. He's applied his knowledge of budgeting in a variety of settings. A particular note is his role in a participatory budget steering committee that was an interesting project with the city of Greensboro, where they incorporated citizen input into the budgeting process. And he has also worked for years with the Guilford County Commission on Aging. And so he's fulfilled his role in the university in a variety of ways, and is going to be difficult to replace, but we want to congratulate Ken on his retirement and look forward to hearing stories about life in the mountains.
Thank you very much, Ken, for your fine service over the years.
Thank you.
Okay, well, we're at the end of this part of the program, so let's give another virtual round of applause to all of our retirees and the collective wisdom that they brought to our college and university. Okay. So now we're going to move on to another part of the program, and we are going to talk about the Dean's Award for the Promotion of Diversity and Inclusiveness. So this was something that I felt very strongly about when I came, and we started it in 2016. The first award was given in 2017. And my idea behind this award is I knew that there were some really good best practices in terms of diversity and inclusiveness. And this was a way to highlight these best practices. I think an interesting thing about the award is it could either go to an individual or to a department or program that creates an inclusive environment for education. And it's gone to both individuals and groups. I'm very pleased to announce this year's award goes to our African American and African Diaspora Studies program. This program plays a key role in the College of Arts and Sciences in helping us to promote diversity and inclusiveness for all students, faculty, and staff. It's a really interesting interdisciplinary program with diverse faculty, rich course offerings from multiple disciplines across the world, inclusive curricula encompassing courses on race, ethnicity, gender, sexuality, and class, and an array of cross-campus initiatives and programming, including conferences, some very interesting conferences, lectures, workshops, and field trips. AADS is central to the College of Arts and Sciences in creating inclusive social environments, advancing academic excellence, pushing disciplinary boundaries, producing innovative research, and fostering personal and professional development. Another really cool part of this award is that they will give a presentation in the fall semester. I'm not sure at this point if it's in person or virtual, but really to highlight some of the things about their program. And we hope others could use some of the great ideas and interesting approaches. So a round of applause for our AADS program, the winners of the Dean's Award for the promotion of diversity and inclusiveness. I'm happy I got my applause back here. Okay, so we're going to move on to our College Teaching Excellence Awards. Of course, the hallmarks of what I call our faculty, our teacher scholar model is excellence in teaching and research. So the way, as most of you know, the way we divide, we have a lot of excellent teachers, so the committee always has a tough job. But we divided into different kinds of categories. So the first award is for teaching excellence by a non-tenure track faculty member. It goes to Sarah Essel in the psychology department. And I happen to know Sarah. She's made a tremendous impact on teaching and probably other aspects of academic life in the psychology department in her 5 years at UNCG. She's taught a wide variety of lower level and advanced undergraduate courses in various subjects while always updating the curriculum for our psychology majors. And she's enriched statistical training for our students that plan to attend grad school. Dr. Sarah Essel has excelled in her role as teacher, consultant, mentor, advisor. Thank you for your efforts, Sarah. Okay, so now we have an award that goes to a tenure streamed junior faculty member, untenured faculty member, and it goes to Casey Raymond in our Department of Biology. Casey has made a tremendous impact on transforming the curriculum in the biology department. She's reimagined several undergraduate and graduate courses in her role as a microbiologist among our tenure track research faculty. She's been very active in a number of other activities related to teaching. In particular, she's been involved in our grant for the Council of Undergraduate Research Curriculum Transformation Project. Thank you for your fine efforts in teaching, Casey. Okay, the third award for teaching excellence goes to a tenured faculty member. And this year, the winner is Nancy Myers in the English department. Nancy has had an amazing career. She's been a model for teaching excellence for 25 years at UNCG. She's had a profound impact on many students, as we saw in her strong letters of nomination and support. Nancy has implemented innovative and meaningful teaching practices throughout her career. She empowers students to think about their futures beyond the classroom and to seize the opportunities they've been given while modeling the processes that enable our students to discover and nurture their strengths. Thank you for your efforts and congratulations, Nancy. At this point, let's have a collective round of applause for Sarah, Casey, and Nancy. Okay, in our next part of the program, now we move on to Staff Excellence Awards. So, of course, we know faculty are integral to the success of our university or college, but so are staff. And I always say, I quickly learned as a grad student that in many ways you could say the staff run the university. So we really appreciate the efforts of our staff, and we have this Staff Excellence Award to help recognize our many fine staff in the College of Arts and Sciences. So our first winner is Richard Cheek. Richard Cheek is recognized for his exemplary work as the systems administrator for the departments of math and statistics, computer science, and some work he does for the dean's office. I might add, I always like to see Richard. He's a space geek like me, so we usually end up talking a little bit about the space program, and he's always very up to date. Richard routinely goes beyond and above his usual work duties to support all three offices, particularly in this challenging time of the pandemic. Thank you very much, Richard, for your fine work. Our next winner goes to Estella Ratliff. Estella is being recognized for her very strong and exemplary work as the Business Services Coordinator for our Department of Languages, Literatures, and Culture. Estella does a great job. She excels in her work of managing the department's budgets and financial processes. She's also dedicates her time and talents to Alonzia, our UNCG support network supporting Latinx students, staff, and faculty. She's also played a very important and successful role on our College of Arts and Sciences Diversity and Inclusiveness Committee and has represented the staff very well on that committee. Thank you, Estella, for your fine work. And our third winner of the College of Arts and Sciences Staff Excellence Award goes to Lori O'Neill in the History Department. Lori is being recognized for her strong work as the graduate administrative person in the Department of History. Lori is a treasured member of the department, and her hard work and diligence is essential to the successful running of our graduate programs, again, especially during this past year. So let's give a round of applause to Richard, Estella, and Lori for their fine work in terms of staff excellence. Okay, we move on to advising, and we know advising is very crucial. I always believe that, particularly this past year with all the strange things going on, advising is really critical, important work for our college, for our students, to help with student success, to help with graduation, and it could really transform the lives of our students. So we have 4 faculty members who are selected to receive these advising awards. So we have a category of a new advisor award. 2 of these we have been giving out. The first one goes to April Wright in communication studies. April is known for her positive attitude and ability to reassure students as they navigate stressful situations. And I guess we've had plenty of those as of late. And she always follows up with students to ensure that their needs and concerns are being expressed. Thank you for your fine work, April. The second sort of new advisor award goes to Dan Eubner in sociology. Dan also goes above and beyond to ensure that our students obtain a very good and balanced schedule. He is very responsive to their needs, and everyone has told me that Dan always has their best interest at heart. Thank you, Dan, for your fine work. And now we move on to the experienced or more experienced advisor awards. The first one goes to Nicholson Sprinkle in communication studies. Nicholson, who I happen to know very well, he really has a knack for making students feel comfortable engaging in conversation. He does an excellent job. I could vouch for that personally. He's one of our most popular advisors. He always is happy to talk to our students and to do what is needed to help them reach their goals, a real important hallmark of a great advisor. Thank you for your work, Nicholson. And now a face that is becoming familiar to us, Sarah Essel, also is receiving one of these more experienced advisor awards. Sarah has worked tirelessly to inspire students to accomplish their dreams. Students appreciate her accessibility, her calm demeanor, and one of her advisees describes her as my rock star. So what's more to be said here? Again, let's congratulate April, Dan, Nicholson, and Sarah for winning the College Advising Awards. Round of applause, please. Okay, we are now moving on to the Bernardglickman Professorships. And this is a really very nice kind of award. This is the 9th year now. The college received a gift from alumna Candy Bernard and her husband, Bob Glickman. And this award, it's sort of this one-year appointment with some goodies, some financial goodies to honor our outstanding assistant professors. I will say we have enough funds to give out 3 awards. I think the committee had a really very tough job this year. We had a lot more applicants than we usually do. So I think these people really, the top 3 people really represent true excellence among a lot of excellence in our assistant professors. So our first professor honor for this award is Dr. Casey Raymond, Department of Biology. Dr. Raymond is a microbiologist. She studies the gut microbiomes using honeybees as a model organism. The committee noted her high scholarly productivity. She's published 10 peer-reviewed papers in top-notch journals, and she's a principal investigator on a sizable National Science Foundation grant. These accomplishments stand alone, but they're even more impressive when considering her service contributions and her approach to teaching. In addition, Casey has, in terms of her service, she's a founding member and co-director of the UNCG Plant and Pollination Center, a very impressive facility in our North Campus. She's really excelled in all areas of teaching, research, and service. And we believe we're going to see a lot of future successes from her. So congratulations, Casey. And I'm going to have some water here. Okay. Our next Bernardglickman Professor is Dr. Heather Brooks Adams, and she is in the Department of English. Her research centers on feminist rhetorical inquiry with an emphasis on public discourses and sites of purposeful silences related to women's sexual health and reproductive justice. Since her arrival at UNCG, she's published 6 peer-reviewed articles and 4 book chapters. The committee noted that Dr. Adams has already been recognized nationally through the Distinguished Paper Award at the Rhetoric of Health and Medicine Symposium. In addition, Heather has a very strong record of service, both academically and professionally. She's on the board of directors of Switchback Books and numerous committees and working groups at the university. Congratulations, Heather. And the third Bernardglickman Professorship goes to Dr. Chris Walheim in our Department of Psychology. Chris is a cognitive psychologist studying human memory and event cognition. Since his arrival at UNCG, he's published 15 peer-reviewed papers in top-notch journals. He's also a co-principal investigator on a very impressive National Institute on Aging NIH grant. Dr. Walheim is a very strong mentor and teacher. He has in the past received the Thomas Undergraduate Research Mentoring Award. He's mentored several undergraduate and graduate students who've gone on to disseminate their work themselves at national and regional conferences, a really important experience for our students. In addition, Chris has a very strong record of professional service. He's a reviewer on many journals, and he's a consulting editor for the Journal of Experiential Psychology. Let me again offer congratulations to these really fine, excellent teacher scholars, Casey, Heather, and Chris, and a round of applause for them, please. Okay, so there have been, of course, our College of Arts and Sciences, faculty and staff do very well in university-wide awards and other awards, and I'm very proud of that. These awards are typically recognized in other venues, but we wanted to add a slide here. So please take a moment to have a look at these award winners in terms of teaching awards, research excellence, other instruction awards, and service leadership. Congratulations to this fine group of our faculty and staff. Okay, now we're going to move on to the service pin recipients. So let's start out with our 5 years. I'm not going to read all the names, but these people have been here 5 years, and we want to recognize their dedicated service. So take a moment to have a look at that. Okay, let's go to 10 years. Also a pretty big group. And take a moment to look at that. Okay. 15 years. Another very fine group. Okay. So now I'm going to read them because the numbers have dropped and they've been here longer. So for 20 years, we have Amy Adamson, who happens to be one of our fine associate deans, Tom Jackson, Jeff Jones, David Holian, Cheryl Hilton, Deborah Whitaker, David Carlone, Tatia Beal, and Michael Kane. 25 years, our own Lori Wright, our Chief of Staff in the College of Arts and Sciences, Greg McAvoy, Roy Stein. 30 years, Meg Horton. 35 years, Jody Natali and Jeff Adams. And now it's getting really exciting, 40 years, Stephen Rizika and Jeff Patton. So a round of applause for these long-term, for all the service winners, but a special congratulations to the long-term 20-year plus service pin recipients. Well, we're coming to the close of our program. Thank you for joining us. This is typically the time when we have a very nice spread of refreshments. We've had at one point like 118 participants. I didn't figure out a way to hand deliver drinks and snacks to your offices. So we'll make sure that next year when I feel pretty confident we're going to be through these restrictions, we'll have a very nice group of snacks and beverages. But this is really a very proud moment for me as dean. There's just so much positive news in our presentation here. We've recognized both faculty and staff for really significant contributions in terms of teaching, research, service, other activities. Thank you very much. I know we have commencement and other things and finals. I really wish you a pleasant summer. I hope you take some time off and just do something fun. I am intending to do that myself. But thanks for joining us. And I want to thank Elizabeth Carey. She kind of put all of these things together, and it worked pretty well, even our virtual applause. So thanks to everyone for joining us, and take care.